be able to have sold every one of our 4 main services, or you're not a part of this company. And if you can't figure out how to sell and convert one of those sales, you're a loser. Did you hear what I said? If you can't sell a gas to someone, not 20 gases, forget that. That's what I'm telling you. And electricity to someone, a cell phone, a dish, a direct, a home security, boom. In your first few months, you're not trying. Everyone here that found their way, dressed themselves, can do what I told you to do. Now, what's going to happen, Doug, when somebody actually sells a service? What happens to that person who actually completes a sale? You get a point, but what do you feel happened to you when you completed the sale? What also happened, other than a point on the scoreboard, what happened to your ACN ability?
My mindset changed.
Yes, your mindset changed. It was what we would call a learning experience. He learned. That make sense? So, we have to have the attitude in our team that everybody who shows up and joins, like Merv's going to join, has to go out and sell these services. Everyone gets qualified with 7 points in 30 days. That's a minimum. But we want everyone to have sold every service. Don't be weak. I used to always be weak and cut corners. In high school, my goal was to do as little as possible and make good grades. But when I joined ACN, I wanted to be weak. I wanted to do as little as possible and get to the next position. And then you know what I started doing? I started looking at the business and saying, what is my weakness? I'm not very good at cell phone. I'm great at energy. I'm not very good at cell phone. I'm going to go master cell phone. I'm going to hit my weakness straight on. That's how you got to do it. When I was in football, I didn't love hitting. Who wants to go and bang their forehead against somebody? The proper way of hitting is with your forehead and your hands. That's why everyone's getting the brain damage, right? My coach played for the Seahawks for 6 years, my fullback coach. He taught me how to hit, and I hit hard, but I didn't love doing it. And he goes, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make it so you have zero fear. Because we have the greatest, strongest linebacker in the whole conference right there, John Hewlett. You're never going to hit anyone harder than him. So John, stand on the 10-yard line. Spencer, stand on the end zone. Now run full speed into each other and hit. I'm like, no other people, no distractions, just me zeroing on him. Oh my gosh. So I was terrified. And we'd collide. We'd collide. He goes, we're going to do this every single practice until you have no fear. I would be sweating in school thinking, I don't want to go. It's cold outside. I'm going to go get my bell rung. In every single practice, the first 10 minutes of practice, until he felt like I was doing it without any hesitation, I had to run full speed into a wall. And the more I did it, the more I got used to it, the better I got at it, and pretty soon I actually was fearless. I probably lost a lot of brain cells, and it wasn't probably the most healthy thing, but I didn't have any fear. And I was knocking fools out in the game, launching people, sending them into orbit. But I was scared, and that's why my coach made me do it. I was weak. I was a wimp. You know? He saw it. He's like, you're going to go have John teach you a lesson until you're not weak anymore. But you need to have that mindset. If I'm not good at cell phone, if I'm not good at gas or electric, I need to go get better. I need to go to a training. I need to go pick someone's brain. I need to do something. The second part of this business is recruiting. And this is where you will make all the money you can ever make by getting new people on your team. So I'm going to teach you guys how to recruit. The first thing you need to do is make a list of 100 names and numbers and have it be a physical list on a piece of paper that is printed off. Why? Because you cannot scroll through your phone. Something, I don't know what it is, you cannot have a list on your cell phone. Your brain needs to be able to see all 100 numbers at the names at the same time. You don't have to put their numbers on the list. You just have to put all their names on a list. And you need to keep it in your front pocket. And you keep it on your person at all times. If you want to ask me a question about the business, I'm not going to answer it unless you show me your list, and then you can ask me a question. Starting tonight. That goes from your team, my team, everyone's team. You're going to talk to me. You have to hold your list up, or I will not listen to you. You're going to talk to me, and I'm going to say, you know, what a rude person. I say, yes, I am. Thank you. Because so many people are not recruiting, and they have not even wrote 100 names down, Brian. You know that's true. Sean hasn't even done it, and he's kicking butt. That's the first. That's network marketing 101. You join any company, they say make a list of 100 people minimum, and people don't even do that. We have to make that standard in our team. We need to make it standard that every human on our team has sold one of each, so they know what they're talking about. Because the best way to learn is to do. And the second thing we need is we need everyone to make a list of 100 names and numbers. Why? Because that's what our team is. And just like the military, we need to be proud of our team. It's like the Army Rangers. If you can't do X amount of physical training, you're out. The Navy SEALs, go ring the bell, man. Get out of here. You're weak. Ring the bell. It's so much easier to quit. Go home. If someone doesn't adopt the mindset of a winner, they're never going to win. That's the most important thing. You adopt the mindset of a winner. And there's nothing more rewarding than overcoming your fears. Especially a fear that cannot kill you. This is the one fear that cannot kill you. The first thing you need to do is say what you're afraid of. Write that down, admit it, and then start chipping away at it. Overcome it. 100 names and numbers. Now, go ahead and pause your cameras and start them up again, because this is really what I want you to take home